Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and welcome back to another Technique Tuesday. Today, we are going to be reacting to Voices of the Voiceless from Lowkey featuring Immortal Technique. This was suggested by Nadir Blue, so thank you for the suggestion. Keep them coming in the comments down below. Make sure y'all hit like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this every single Tuesday, in addition to all the other great artists we have throughout the week. But without any further ado, let's see what Lowkey and Immortal Technique have to say. Let's see what Voices of the Voiceless are all about. Let's get it.
Now you gotta wake up.
The time has come. Lowkey.
Yeah.
Immortal Technique.
Harlem, motherfucker. We here.
Let's make history.
Great feel to the instrumental. Nice introduction at the beginning there with Lowkey bringing us in. Very intrigued to see what Immortal Technique will sound like mixed with a British rapper. I have no idea what to expect, but that's the best part. And the instrumental definitely gives off like a you can't be neutral on a moving train, Vinnie Paz type of feel. Kind of, I don't know, there's like a brightness to it, but also there's a darkness underlying that. Let's see how it develops from here.
From West End to the West Bank, I write righteous rhymes with my right and wrestle the devil with my left hand. Never worked for a Zion, it's never been a yes man. My art is like Rembrandt painting pictures of death camps. The average person is...
Oh man, finish that bar off with death camps. That's a crazy place to start. Nice delivery, clean so far. The way he said rhymes left kind of a weird taste in my mouth, but I haven't listened to too many UK rappers, so maybe, you know, just getting used to the accent a little bit.
Saying it's never been a yes man. My art is like Rembrandt painting pictures of death camps. The average person is allergic to the words of wisdom. This is for everyone, the Saddam's Kurdish murder victims and all the pure souls that never had the chance to speak. Truth pumps in my arteries and causes my heart to beat. For soldiers haunted and tortured by guilty memories, who realize too late to reveal their real enemy. It's all dead wrong. For every victim of racist persecution, from Auschwitz to Hebron, my words may...
Ooh. If somebody wants to let me know in the comments, what's up with Hebron? Because that's a word I'm very familiar with, but not in that context. So what was the horrible event that happened in relation to that place? Obviously, Auschwitz, we're all aware, having to deal with the Holocaust. He starts out talking about Saddam. You know, a lot of examples of just violence, terror, genocide even. So let's see where it takes us. Very dark imagery, maybe almost a melancholy frustration in a sense.
My arteries and causes my heart to beat. For soldiers haunted and tortured by guilty memories, who realize too late to reveal their real enemy. It's all dead wrong. For every victim of racist persecution, from Auschwitz to Hebron, my words may sting cowards. For people that were atomized by the third mate in the Twin Towers, those living through the wars ask me what I do this for.
Interesting. For those living through the war by the third mate in the Twin Towers. I've heard of thermite before. I don't know. Maybe that's just a colloquial, you know, location difference on what those things are called. For those of y'all who are unaware, you can check out thermite on like every science YouTube channel, but it's aluminum oxide or aluminum mixed with like iron oxide or something. Regardless, it creates this crazy reaction, burns super hot, creates molten iron, and they actually use it to repair railroads and stuff, but it could also have sinister applications. It creates a lot of heat.
Cowards, for people that were atomized by the third mate in the Twin Towers, those living through the wars ask me what I do this for. Put the world in its place before it puts you in yours. try to avoid us, but it's pointless. You can never avoid the voices of the voiceless.
Take our freedom hug, take our pride. Come one day we will fly.
You can try to avoid us, but it's pointless. You can never avoid the voices of the voiceless.
Keep my third eye hidden.
Okay. Nice feel to that hook. Great trade-off between that higher, kind of sounds like a female vocalist, not really sure, but great push to that higher section where it kind of drives energy in. Then we come back to Lowkey, who, as his name might imply, gives us kind of a low-key feel. He pulls it back a little bit slower delivery. Then it goes back into that high voice part before coming back to him and finally transitioning into the second verse. Great feel, clean trade-offs. This is working very well.
You can try to avoid us, but it's pointless. You can never avoid the voices of the
Keep
voiceless.
my third eye hidden under my New York fitted. A crazy unmarried man that deserves to be.
Yo, that's cool. Third eye hidden underneath my New York fitted. You know, third eye opening up, spiritual type of themes there. Then the New York fitted hat, still got to represent where he's from. Great place to start.
Crazy unmarried man that.
Let me pull this back just a little bit.
My New York fitted, a crazy unmarried man that deserves to be committed. The future is encrypted in my troubled lyrics. Dream that I've been somewhere for weeks and wake up in a couple minutes. Sweat dripping with visions of population control. Thoughts overflowing my world like the melting of the North Pole. My people are targeted by military crack committees, so I'm bucking at the feds like natives in Rapid City. Reality savage.
Ah, man. Great rhymes, some great compounds coming through. And the imagery, man. Both of them talking about like people being atomized in the Twin Towers. Like atomized is such a specific word. It's actually the word you use for vaporizers. If y'all didn't know that, like the little tank that goes on top is generally called an atomizer. And crazy thing to think about when you think about people going through that same process. But like the melting of the North Pole, talking about climate change, population control, so many different things going on.
Up in a couple minutes, sweat dripping with visions of population control. Thoughts overflowing my world like the melting of the North Pole. My people are targeted by military crack committees, so I'm bucking at the feds like natives in Rapid City. Reality savage, my words are like a riot in Paris. The voice of the voiceless, that voice is social imbalance. So stand stronger, sit harder in your mental palace.
The voices of the voiceless, that voice is social imbalance. The imbalance of these people not being able to be heard. Their concerns going unaddressed, and whatever conditions are able to persist due to that imbalance. Beautiful.
Savage.
Really horrible, but y'all get what I'm saying.
My words are like a riot in Paris, the voice of the voiceless, that voice is social imbalance, so stand stronger, sit harder in your mental palace, blinded inside the kingdom, united to its old habits. Middle passage coming, war chant, African drumming, Gatling gun humming, rapid fire mechanism, reckless living that checks the rhythm of perfectionism, slave condition, while you singing God save the system.
And again, so much information packed in here, man. Talking about the middle passage, bringing it down to united to its old habits. That's a great rhyme, first of all. And then the Gatling gun is an interesting little piece to throw in there. You know, one talking about just violence being perpetrated against people. But there's something I remember that I read a long time ago, and y'all are gonna have to fact check me on this. I'm not a encyclopedia. But at one point, I believe there was actually a patent for a Gatling gun that shot square bullets, right? Not round bullets like we're used to, but they were square. And I am almost positive the purpose behind those was square bullets supposedly hurt like Muslim people more. You know, people of Islam. I hope I'm not saying that incorrectly, but regardless, I'm pretty sure that's what one, if you look back, I think there's a patent for it, and that's an insane piece of history to look at.
kingdom united to its old habits. Middle passage coming, war chant, African drumming, Gatling gun humming, rapid fire mechanism, reckless living that checks the rhythm of perfectionism. Slave condition while you singing God save the system.
You can try to avoid us, but it's pointless. You can never avoid the voices of the voiceless.
Take our freedom card, take our pride. Come on, baby, we'll survive.
You can try to avoid us, but it's pointless. You can never avoid the voices of the voiceless. Detain my body, but you can't.
And then coming back to like the hook where we're really kind of distilling the larger essence of this song. What is this story about? And it feels like this is about persisting through hardship. You know, you can try to silence us if but you'll never succeed. We'll survive. You know, people that will endure, make it through the hardships, and they will still be fighting, even if y'all ain't listening. And eventually, through that persistence, somebody will have to listen. And, you know, it's a sad message in the hardship that people have to live through, but it's a beautiful message in the strength of the human spirit and what can be achieved when people who feel voiceless maybe come together and just keep working and keep pushing for what they believe is right.
To avoid us, but it's pointless. You can never avoid the voices of the voiceless. Detain my body, but you can't imprison my mind. If it's my time, I'll probably die with my fist in the sky. These are the thoughts of a man who can't escape from his coma. Cries of a young virgin girl who got raped by them soldiers.
Hurting a screaming bastard post-colonial nation.
That scream that they used as an ad-lib, so visceral. Wow. And then it looks like this verse is going to be kind of a quick pass back and forth, maybe 4 bars each from Lowkey to Immortal back and forth. Love the idea of that. Great way to kind of even out the track when they only get 2 verses, like one full verse each, and then have to share that last verse. Great idea.
These are the thoughts of a man who can't escape from his coma. Cries of a young virgin girl who got raped by them soldiers.
Hurting a screaming bastard post-colonial nation, subject to childhood diseases, famine, war, and inflation. Education molded you into your master's image, and you forgot who the fuck you were before the war was finished.
You're hearing the ghosts of Nagasaki, you're hearing Hiroshima. Beautiful babies being born with the weirdest features. You might never see me in the chart, but inshallah my seed can see peace in Iraq.
But peace and freedom.
Damn, man. Yeah, referencing to horrible, horrible events of war, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and events that were perpetuated by the United States. And, you know, we can argue about the rightness and the wrongness of everything. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to make some observations for y'all. But just great delivery. So many events, so much information, so much history, all packed into one track. And to have it delivered so eloquently with so much emotion behind it is just, it's an amazing feat.
Born with the weirdest features, you might never see me in the chart, but inshallah my seed can see peace in Iraq.
But peace and freedom can never be given, that's historically forbidden, cause only collision is the recipe, changing the course of destiny. So I'm strapping weaponry, cause the government don't give a fuck about protecting me.
And I think that's how we all feel, man. And I feel like if you don't think that, you ain't paying attention enough. Because being protected by the government is really the last thing I feel. And in fact, I feel like most of us are just being used and sucked dry by it, you know? But what are you gonna do? Guess we just gonna keep talking. The voices of the voiceless will be heard at some point.
Weaponry, cause the government don't give a fuck about protecting me.
You can try to avoid us, but it's pointless. You can never avoid the voices of the voiceless.
Take our freedom card, take our pride. Come on, baby, we'll survive.
You can try to avoid us, but it's pointless. You can never avoid the voices of the voiceless.
Wow, those whispers are great. Yes, sir. And that's what it's all about. Support real rap, man. Stop listening to Sexy Red with her brown booty hole and whatever else be pink on her, man. Listen to some real rap where they talk about the real world and what's really going on and ain't trying to just dumb you down with whatever garbage they can find. Regardless, that was Voices of the Voiceless from Lowkey and Immortal Technique. Thank you again for the suggestions. Keep them coming in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to see more videos like this. Much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang, and I will see you all next time.